In the depths of the forest, where the rays of the moon did not penetrate, where the silence was broken only by the rustle of leaves underfoot, lived an ancient secret. The place was forbidden, and the locals avoided it by crossing the Nishiroko forest. But one day, a young adventurer named Emir decided to investigate the rumors and find out what lay behind the dark tree curtains. Following a thick path, he plunged into the thick of darkness. The trees, like guardians of souls, sagged over the path, creating a sense of slowed time. The winds, whispering secrets, portents of vanished civilizations, carried through the foliage. With each step, the seeming silence grew deeper. When Emir reached the edge of the forest, a clearing steeped in haze opened before him. In the center of the clearing stood an old torch-lit altar surrounded by strange symbols and scrolls. In front of the altar, as if frozen in the crystal of time, stood statues of ancient gods. The outlines of their faces seemed real, their eyes glittering with invisible light. Emir noticed with surprise that in the center of the altar lay a mysterious book bound with ancient cloths. He could not resist the temptation to open it and learn its secrets. The words burst from the pages and crashed into his mind, creating unknown images and sounds. With each line he read, he felt the darkness around him intensify. But suddenly the book fell silent, and the darkness closed in around him, as if cutting off his connection to reality. At that moment, dark figures began to burst out of the darkness. The statues came to life and the ancient gods began to circle Emir. He felt their cold stares, saw the shadows weaving around him. Fear encompassed him like a vice as one of the figures came closer. It was Tenebris, god of darkness and forgotten fears. His voice sounded like the whisper of a cold wind as he spoke. You came to uncover the secret, and now you belong to the darkness. The forces with which he had conjured his book began to encompass Emir, turning his soul into an ominous darkness. He felt his essence decaying as the shadows consumed his light. The gates of hell opened around him, and a howling wind brought with it the sense of dead, vanished worlds. But before the darkness could swallow him whole, a lightning light illuminated the clearing. The underside of the forest unfolded, and the menacing cry of the gods dispelled the darkness. A gleam of light displaced the Tenebris, and the stars in the heavens began to dance in unfamiliar patterns. Emir awoke at the edge of the forest, a book still trembling with mystery in his hands. The mysterious forces that had surrounded him were gone, but a trace of the dark night remained in his soul, and the evening star twinkled like the eye of an ancient god watching his every move. Since then he had been left with a mystery that could not be solved, and the night, seemingly eternal, now lingered in his soul.